I have another item I'd like to read. So I want to alert the public to what was marked as Exhibit 2 and attached to Odis Jones's recent alternative dispute resolution report filed in the public records held within the pending federal court lawsuit. It criticizes the unanimous vote of the City Council to not entertain the spending of time and money to engage in a useless mediation with Odis, when it is obvious that all Odis wants is to demand even more money and now also to dismiss his lawsuit. Apparently, the challenge separation agreement, valued at over $400,000, and a consultant agreement valued at approximately $90,000 was not enough, as he filed this lawsuit only 6 months ago to keep what he took from the city and then seek more money by making false and unsubstantiated claims that the City Council of the City of Hutto made a decision based on racial animus against persons of African descent, and that certain city representatives made allegedly false statements about him. Mr. Jones, I want you to know that from my point of view as mayor, you don't get to allege that I or others on council are racists and then get paid by the city for doing so. Just look at the issues now exposed to the public by your lawyers having publicly filed Mr. Hyde's email from last week. The email suggests that the discovery in this case will show that you have a history of manipulation of local government and hold an evil intent to take from the public. Are you afraid of being placed under oath before a federal judge and be questioned about the true reasons why your contract was rescinded and why you were terminated by the City of Hutto in a public courtroom? Are you seeking mediation and settlement to avoid letting the public know how you intimidated the City Council of this city into illegally delegating its legislative authority to spend millions of city dollars without City Council oversight and selected an attorney that would allow you to do it? Haven't your attorneys told you that none of that authority is valid as a matter of law, and how your actions have not only hurt the city, but every person and organization you involved into your activities? Why don't you want the city to speak to your prior employers, co-employees, and investigative reporters who have previously investigated you? Why are you afraid of our attorneys taking the testimony of employees and representatives of the City of Missouri City, where you use City of Missouri government resources to post your personal information about this lawsuit on the city's website? Why do you now want to seek a settlement? Is it to avoid the public knowing about the sexual harassment and sexual assault allegations made against you while city manager, and to avoid the public from knowing about the information and findings of the independent third-party investigation? All of these things will show at the end of the day that the City Council held an abundance of non-discriminatory, non-retaliatory reasons to terminate your employment and rescind the separation agreement for your failing to follow the legal requirements necessary to establish a valid contract in Texas, among other criticisms of the agreement, and that the individuals sued in this case are immune because your attorney made an irrevocable election to only sue the city for those claims, and which are wholly improper and are false claims anyway. The City Council wants to take the opportunity you provided us by bringing this lawsuit to let the true and real circumstances regarding your tenure and departure, and will use this opportunity to be transparent instead of using it to pay any more money. That money tree has been picked bare, and there's nothing left for you here. And if you and if any person or organization that interacted with Odis Jones while city manager of the City of Hutto wants to come forward to volunteer their experiences with Mr. Jones, which may lead to discovery of relevant evidence in this case, please contact our legal counsel in this case, Mr. George Hyde of Russell Rodriguez Hyde Bullock LLP at ghyde@txlocalgovlaw.com. Thank you.
I do have a comment as well. There were a lot of people in this fight before I stepped into this council chamber. I just want to share a little bit about hippos. Hippos are among the most dangerous in the world due to its highly aggressive and unpredictable nature. They are threatened by habitat loss. Over time, hippos have developed a very defensive response to invaders that have made their way into their territory. Mr. Jones made his way into our territory. Hippos are the third largest land animals. Hippos are famous for their bad tempers, as y'all saw if you watched past meetings that I was at. They are not afraid of humans, and they will attack every person that enters their territory. So, Mr. Jones, I just want to say to you, we're not giving up without a fight.
Thanks.